act as if Christians were unaware that God does not do everything people pray for.
Stop stitching my videos.
What? Why would you say that?
If all you're gonna do to defend your argument is bring in the Bible.
Jama Lay, are you serious? I mentioned how Jesus prays before I defended my argument. My argument works without the Bible. I'll give a quick overview since you didn't get it the first time. Just because we can't identify every reason God has for not answering certain prayers or allowing evil, this does not mean that God has no reasons. The analogy was about knowledge difference. A child can't comprehend why they go through chemotherapy even when they request for it to stop. This is in the same way with our prayers. We have a childlike knowledge compared to God. Also, I identified some reasons, such as God wants us to be responsible and significantly free. And God wants us to grow in virtue. I've had many prayers not answered, but I'm grateful for that because I grew from it. You look silly accusing me of that when you put it in context. You have a history of this. You said,
Started bringing Bible verses into the argument, which is the equivalent of me bringing in Twilight.
The context is debating Noah's Ark. Again, my central argument did not depend on Bible verses. But even if it did, that is the context of this conversation. It is known as an internal critique. If the argument is internal to the system, that you're trying to show an inconsistency, then we have to debate those internal assumptions.
The ark was never built. The flood never happened. And that is a fact.
You're free to make this argument, but next time prove it. Another video I refuted you said you stated no facts, made excuses, and then compared evil to a chess match. You did not understand my first argument, and you clearly do not understand what an analogy is. I do simplify my ideas for my audience on TikTok. I want everyone to understand. The root of my ideas comes from academic philosophers. Just saying the Bible is Twilight is not intellectually stimulating, and especially when you just use it to misrepresent my argument. I know you're better than this. At least get a basic understanding. God bless.